What is up, guys? TDI back with another video, and I will be working more on my Ultimate Drama Survival series so I won't have a lot of time to make other videos. So in the meantime, I want to make a very big video. So instead of an entire cast tier list of all the Total Drama characters, I'll just do the 2023 edition for now, and then I'll do the one with all of them later. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The first character we have here is Scary Girl, and I thought she was pretty good. I wasn't too fond on her at first because I thought she would be more like Dawn mixed with Izzy, and I wasn't the biggest fan of those characters, and I know that's going to trigger a lot of fans, but I was never really the biggest fan of those two characters. So I figured them two combined wouldn't make for a great character, but she's not just that, she's more. And I really liked her interactions with Damien and her interactions with Priya and some of the other characters, and I thought she was actually a really good character. There's a couple things they could have done better, but she wasn't bad. She wasn't how I thought she was gonna be. So I'm going to put her in good because she was a good character. Millie, okay, let me just boop, and then Millie. Yep, that's what we're gonna do, because you guys might hear this a lot because every time I think about her, but I think Millie is honestly the worst character in Total Drama history. She was a floater and she did nothing. Honestly, usually in a Total Drama series, in a Total Drama season, if they have someone that is a floater, they're interesting or is a part of a main plot line that if they get eliminated early, it wouldn't be able to finish or get to a conclusion. They could have finished Millie's storyline so early. They dragged it on all the way to the final 3, and she just was not deserving of that spot. They could have had anyone else. They could have switched her in MK, and it would have been so much better. Now, I do think the finale was good, but it's just Millie does not deserve as far as she got. She got way too far and was such a nothing character. I cannot remember one time that I was like, Millie, I like this character. I like what she did. I cannot name one time, honestly. So Millie gets her own little tier down there, and she will stay down there because my honest opinion, she's the worst character that Total Drama has ever made. Yes, and that means I'm thinking she's worse than Amy and Dave, and they were very bad characters as well. Anyway, on to the next character. Yep, I'm just gonna save you all the time right now. Axel is the best character in the season for me. I know a lot of people wouldn't agree, but Axel is actually my favorite character in all of Total Drama right now. And I don't think that will change ever. But yeah, Axel is my favorite character in all of Total Drama because the comedy that she brings is hilarious. And not just that, but her interactions with the Ripper is great. I really want her to go far next season, and I want her and Ripper to have a rivalry, maybe both making it to merge, and then one of them getting taken out right as merge comes out, so probably 8, or if they did it last season, 10th place, when one of them gets taken out. I would hope it's Ripper, but yeah, I would really like to see more with them too, because they kind of started a rivalry, and then Axel just eliminated second, which I think is a terrible decision in the writing, but hopefully they're gonna give her a redemption arc next season. And she's just my favorite character. There's nothing else I can say, but I like to laugh, so I really like the comedy characters, and that is exactly what she is. She is a comedy character, and even though that might not be what she was created for, she might not be the comic relief of the season, she gives comedy lines out without trying to be funny. When you are funny and you're not trying to be, it's so much funnier. So that's why I think she is my favorite character of all time, and also her character design is very good. So clear S tier, top 3. Yeah, Z, Gonna save you some time right there. He is definitely in the top 3. I think he'll probably get 3 because there's one more person on this list that I like more than him. But Z was a GOAT, honestly. At first, but from his character design, I was like, I'm not feeling this character. Like, I straight thought we were having another Ezekiel on our hands, but we were not. We got a great character, way better than Ezekiel could have ever been, honestly. And Z, just the way that he's so oblivious to everything going on around him is so much funnier than if he actually knew what was going on. Like I said before, when you're being funny and you don't know you're being funny because you're actually being serious, it's just so much funnier. And Z was that. He was actually made for a comic relief character, but he did it in such a way that, like, it was just great. It was great on the writers. Whoever wrote Z's character, we need them to stay for season 2 because we need more Z time. We need more Axel time. Okay. Damien, great character. I'm going to put him in great right now because Damien was a great character, honestly. I did like how they had him not know about the series, the show, before he got on there. And then he was like wanting to leave. I wish he would have stayed longer, but I hope he gets a redemption arc next season. I'm thinking he's probably going to be a winner because I don't see anyone else being like winner material in season 2. Maybe Z, but like I feel like Z is that kind of guy, like when you get to the final 6, final 7, final 6, you just know he's like fodder at this point. Like we need to get rid of him because we have other people who are more deserving of that spot. Now, honestly, I feel like Millie could have gone instead of him that episode. Millie could have gone instead of Ripper in top 8, but enough about Millie. Anyway, Damien was a great character, and his interactions with Scarecrow, like I said, I really liked those. I liked how they kind of hinted a little like relationship between him and Priya. I hope they elaborate more on that next season, but I like his interactions with all the characters. But what I hope to see for him in season 2 is I hope to see interactions where he's not trying to vote himself off, because we didn't get that because when he finally decided that he wanted to stay in the game, they voted him off, and they just needed to get rid of him because they knew that if he stayed, he would have probably went to the finale. But they had to get rid of him there, so that's how they decided to do it. It's not a bad idea. Like it's a funny moment, but in hindsight, you're like, he could have went to the finale. But I guess like I said, there's some characters that they have to eliminate in weird ways because otherwise, like, they probably wouldn't be eliminated at all. Because Damien is good in challenges, he's smart, and he's a very good character overall, like a great character overall. So I have to give him the great tier, an A. Bowie, another great tier competitor. Now I'm gonna have to put him. No. I'm gonna keep Damien first. But Bowie was a great character. I like how they handled him being gay and a part of the LGBTQ community. I like how they handled that, and also he is really good in challenges. I like the way he manipulates. The way he got Caleb out was honestly, I wish we could have seen more of him, like, talking to people, like talking to Nichelle, like, yeah, Caleb's a threat, we need to get rid of him, like, now. And then talking to MK, like, yeah, we need to vote Caleb, he's too strong, he's got looks, he's got strength. Like, I wish we could have seen him more talking to people like that, like his actual, like, interactions. Like, I want to see how he chooses to talk to people when he's going for manipulation. And I really do like him taking out Caleb in 16th place, because now in season 2 we're gonna have some great interactions, hopefully. But sadly, even though I do like Bowie as a character, I do see him leaving before merge. A lot of people said, oh no, I really don't see Bowie going before merge. I honestly do, because I feel like, okay, in the next season, there's only 4 people who I see as villain material, who can be villains if the certain criteria are met. And that's MK, Caleb, Ripper, or Axel. And I feel like Axel, she has too much of a temper to be a main villain. At first, from designs, I thought she was going to be the main villain because she looked like Courtney mixed with Eva, but it's not going to work that way. And then Ripper just gets to, he's Ripper. And then we have MK and Caleb, who are good thoughts of main villain, but I feel like MK is more the been there, done that. So I feel like she'll try to be main villain, but just probably end up getting secondary. But I feel like she will go far. So Caleb will probably be main villain, and I feel like he'll take out Bowie earlier for revenge, and also taking out one of last season's runner-up will get him respect as a main villain. People will start to fear him. But I feel like he wouldn't want that, but he would want them to take him serious at least, because he didn't really get a chance to do anything last time. But yeah, Bowie's a great character. I also liked his friendship with Emma. I liked the way that they had a fallout and Emma was eliminated because of that. I hope in the next season we can see him and Emma rekindle their friendship, because I really like the way that they dominated in all the way to the final 5, and one fallout over Chase made her get eliminated. And honestly, if Julia was eliminated there, it could have been better. Maybe not, but next character, Priya. Move on up to great. Yeah, Priya's a great character. It's okay. So, like I said before in the season 1 review, at first when we just seen the designs, I thought she was gonna be like a Lindsay, and like I was just so wrong. She's actually smart, and she's not dumb. She's good in challenges. She's everything that Lindsay's not, except for mean. She's not mean. She is kind of naive, but she's not mean. And I really think that Millie just brought her down, and I'm so mad about this subject, because I feel like Priya might be top 3 characters if she didn't have a friendship with Millie, honestly. Because, like I said, Millie just dragged her down. She carried Millie, and Millie just pretty much got on her shoulders and just let her carry her to the finale, and then got taken out easily. Like, why? If they were never friends, honestly, I think she would be right up there in top 3. Because her personality is great, but Millie dragged her down in most of those episodes. And if she would have been able to think on her own, or maybe she could have found a different partner. Imagine her and Axel working together, or her and Damien working together. Her and Damien all the way to the finale would have been great. Honestly, imagine a Bowie Damien Priya finale. Would have been amazing. Now, Damien would have said hell no to the lava. He would have said, yeah, y'all go ahead and take 2 finalist spots, because I'm not hopping in that lava. We seen that he was tripping when he announced it at first. He was like, oh, hell no. So I feel like it still would have been Bowie versus Priya, but, you know, it's still just the fact that would have been such a better finale than Millie in the final 3. And then Ripper carried her again. She keeps getting carried, and she still lost. Like, okay, gotta stop talking about this now. Anyway, Priya, great character. Because of her friendship with Millie, she can't, I'm not gonna put her in front of Bowie or Damien, but she wasn't bad. She was definitely not bad, the opposite of that. And I really like the idea of her being, like, ever since she was born, she's been trained to, if there was ever a reboot. I really did like that idea for her character, and it really does fit her. Chase. If you would have talked to me yesterday, I would have easily just put Chase here. But I watched a video recently on YouTube, and it made me change my thought process. So Chase by himself, I would put him here. But if you think about the him, Ripper, and Z trio, they are comedy kings. They bring out some of the best comedy. The 3 of them together, like, it's just great. But because he's such a bad character on his own, because I really didn't like his storyline with him and Emma, that was stupid. I mean, it was okay, but it was just, and sometimes you were like, oh my god, this guy's on screen. Please, next scene. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, because he's so bad on his own, and so bad with Emma, but good with Z and Ripper, I'm gonna move him up to okay. He's not good enough for good, but I'll leave him at okay and not in, worst, because honestly, I don't think anybody's gonna go in worst, because the only two characters I didn't like this season were Chase and Millie, but I have different opinions about Chase now. But yeah, next character, Emma. I'm gonna go ahead and put Emma right here in front of Scary Girl, because because Emma was a really good character, and I really liked, like I said before, I really liked her friendship with Bowie. I hope they can rekindle that next season. But anyway, Emma was a really great character on her own. She didn't really, unlike other people, she doesn't need other people to make her look good like Chase. She's a good character all on her own. She brings comedy, but Emma's also funny on her own because her friendship with Caleb, she's good at challenges when she focused, and she's pretty smart when she wants to be. Now, sometimes she can be oblivious, like when she broke her friendship with Bowie because of Chase. Like, that did not make sense. We're gonna skip past it. Did not make sense, but good character overall, B tier. MK. I'm just gonna slide you at the end of, no, in front of Priya. Priya's gonna, okay, so for anybody, for this point on, Priya's going to be at the end of A, because, like I said, I feel like Millie brought her down, so she's gonna be at the end of A, and anybody else who goes in great is gonna be in front of her. But yeah, MK, great character. At first I wasn't too fond of her because of her character design. I didn't know how she was gonna be. I seen a couple trailers, and I'm like, okay, so Z doesn't seem like an Ezekiel, so I'm like, I hope she's not like an Ezekiel, because I really don't want to ever have another Ezekiel ever, because I don't like Ezekiel. I really don't. But I thought with the beanie, like, there was a lot of resemblance, but she was not. She is way better than Ezekiel. She, like I said with Z, you might think she might be an Ezekiel character just from her design, but she is not. She is villain material, but the only thing I feel like is holding her back is, like, everybody knows that she tried this before. So I feel like if she tried to do it again, people would catch on way quicker. Like, people would probably catch on before Merge. And being a villain all the way through Merge is hard, and you would have to have a hella plot armor. Julia, Heather. Anyway, as a villain all the way from Merge to whatever spot they decide to give you, because sometimes you only get 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. But I feel like she wouldn't be able to make it all the way to the finale if she's a villain. Now, I think as a regular character, I'm honestly, this is my thoughts, even though I would want to see a Z and Axel finale, I think it's going to be a Damien and MK finale. Because MK is going to try and be a villain, but, like, it's just not going to work out all the time, and she's going to realize I got to step back. And then Caleb's going to take the spotlight as main villain, and, you know, I think we all know how that will end out. But anyway, MK was really good. I really liked the thought of her stealing confessionals and looking at them to see a little thing of the game. If it wasn't for her saying butt knuckle, she would have went farther, probably finale. But I really like that idea. I really like how she was a thief. It made her such an interesting character, and I think it's nothing less than great. So, Caleb. Caleb can go before Chase, just because Chase, there was still some times where I was like, I didn't like Chase, but I don't have any times that I disliked Caleb, but there's no times I liked Caleb, except for his elimination. I feel like his elimination was so funny. Like, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But we didn't get to see much of him. But when he was on screen, he was enjoyable. When he had lines, he was enjoyable. So I feel like we can really see some good Caleb scenes, get some good Caleb interactions next season. And I feel like he's probably going to have a little alliance of 3 with Nichelle and someone else. I don't know who, but I feel like he'll have 2 people in his alliance. Don't know who those 2 people will be. But I feel like he'll have 2 people in the alliance, and those are the people he'll take far. But that's all I really have to say, because I don't really have many opinions on him, so I gotta just put him at the top of C, because anyone else who I put in C, I've seen more of. Nichelle. We're gonna just put you in between those 2. Yeah, she was she was a decent character for me until that episode she was eliminated. She blamed everything on Jerry and just didn't. She didn't even finish. She didn't finish the challenge until later. Okay, so look, she could have easily just gotten up and gone and finished the challenge and proved everybody wrong that she can still do physical things. But she decided to sit there and whine and complain, which pissed me off. So I don't think I could put her in good, but a lot of people see her getting far next season, and I am one of those people who do, because I feel like she's going to have a redemption arc and be like, okay, I can't do what I did last time. I can't sit in every challenge and cry like a little baby. I gotta actually do something. So I feel like she's gonna get far next season, and like I said, I think that Caleb's gonna carry her. Ripper. We're just gonna put Ripper right here. Okay, I know a lot of you are probably about to turn off the video right now. Please don't. I just really like Ripper as a character. I liked his design, like I was saying from the video I made a while back ago before the season came out. I really liked Ripper and Axel's design, and I really wanted them to go far together as a duo. But instead, they clashed with each other. And that is what made Axel get out second. Get out 15th, but like the second person voted out. But I feel like them two together can just bring comedy, and more comedy. Ripper is a comedy character on his own, and I feel like he is really, he delivers really good lines on his own. And then when you pair him up when you have pairings like him and Axel, and then him with his two bros Z and Chase, Ripper is going to be the prime comedy of this season, and I see him getting at least 4th place. So getting 4th place in the next season, I hope he would be like the comedy king of this season and deliver all the comedy. And I really hope he gets in a kind of redemption arc where people don't see him as annoying and he can make some friends actually. Because I feel like if he were to get eliminated, he needs to make. I mean, if he were to get that far, he would have to make some friends and not burn bridges with everybody that he talks to, except for Chase and Z. He's probably not gonna become friends with Priya or Millie. I wouldn't want him to be friends with Millie anyway. I really don't like her. But I don't think he's gonna become friends with Priya because Priya is still mad at him for everything that he did to her last season. He used her as a shield, which I think is probably the funniest Ripper moment in the entire series. Like, that is probably the funniest thing that ever happened. When he picked her up and started using her as a human shield, I just about fell out my chair. That was such great comedy. Anyway, Raj and Wayne, they're going to have different placements right here, so pay attention. Anyway, Raj is first. I'm gonna put Raj in. Oh, nope, not that. I'm gonna put Raj in good. Yeah, I'm gonna put Raj in good, but before Scary Girl and no, I'll put him between Scary Girl and Emma. He's a really good character, and I enjoyed his relationship with Bowie and Wayne, but he didn't really branch out from anybody else besides those two. And I wish he would have had some interactions with a couple other people. And him and Wayne just being like dumb but funny was amazing. Like, now I wasn't a big fan on these two at first. Like, honestly, I thought they would be like how Ripper and Axel are, just, like friends at the end of the day. But like, they're actually like best friends. They're not rivals, they're best friends. I mean, they might be rivals, but they're friends at the end of the day, best friends. But he actually wasn't like that. And then I really thought Caleb was going to be the other LGBTQ character, but no, it was actually Raj. And I think it's good to have a character like him be the other LGBTQ character because it was a surprise. It wasn't what you were thinking. And then I really liked how Wayne was always trying to be like, oh, well, I need my buddy Raj to come out to me. I need to make sure he knows I'm supportive. And I really liked how good of best friends they are. And eventually he did tell Wayne and ended in their double elimination and also injury. But yeah, Wayne was a pretty good character. I mean, Raj was a pretty good character. So I'm putting him in good, but in between those two. And Wayne, Honestly, I thought Wayne was going to be a Tyler, but he was not. So I'm going to put him at the top of good because a lot of people like Tyler. Tyler has a pretty big fan base, but I don't really like Tyler. There's very little things that make me enjoy Tyler being on screen, and the closest thing to me enjoying about Tyler is that Lindsay forgets his name all the time, and he'd be like, "Oh man," but like that's not even him. That's something Lindsay does. It's just he's a part of it. But yeah, I thought he was gonna be like that and just like be a seasoned punching bag, but he wasn't. He was good, and he brought his own comedy, and he was a great character. And I really hope they do more with him next season. I hope to see him get farther than Raj, just so he can like prove that he's good on his own. Because he didn't really get to do much. He didn't have any relationships with anybody else but Raj, while Raj still had Bowie. Now I hope they both get to merge, but I hope like Raj goes a little bit like near the like pre-merge, right? No, not pre-merge, but like early merge. So Wayne can prove himself. Like I'm not just he's not just him and Raj. He can do stuff on his own. All right, and that brings us to our last character of the tier list, Julia. I think we all know that she's going in great, but where? Right there. No, wait. Yeah, right there. I was gonna put her before Bowie, but nah, Bowie is a king. He's gotta stay. Julia, I was not liking her character at first. In the first couple of episodes, I was like, damn, this character is boring. Hella boring. Get her out of here. And then we seen her real self. And her real self was amazing. I'm going to be I'm not going to be the first person to admit she was a great character. A lot of people are comparing her to Heather, and that is justifiable. She's a really great character, and I thought a really good villain. Now, honestly, I don't know for sure who you guys would consider the main villain of the last season, because I would say Julia, but at the same time, Bowie was putting the manipulation and mind games too. And technically, Bowie used his manipulation to get her out. So would that make him main villain? I'm not sure. I never really know who's really the main villain. So you guys comment down below who you guys think the main villain was. Anyway, Julia, I really liked how she flipped her personality completely and then embraced her true self, and her true self let her get to the final four. And she did really well in challenges when she needed to, when she wanted to, because she needed to. Nobody liked her, and somehow she still got past. Now, this is peak villain. This is what a villain is supposed to be. Someone who's disliked by everyone else so much that she's a great character. And because of that, and because she had a lot more screen time than MK, I'm going to have to put her above MK. So that's my opinions on her, and I really think that she's a great character. So she gets top 6 for me. So this is my tier list for the Total Drama 2023 edition. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know the rankings on your guys' characters, and if you want to see another video like this, like I said, I don't have a lot of time, but I could do one on all the generations, because that would be easier to break down. And then sometime in the future, I could do one of all the characters as a whole, if you guys still wanted to see something like that. But today was this one, so it was good. I think a lot of you guys, not a lot, but some of you guys might be mad that I gave Millie her own tier. But honestly, stay mad. I do not like Millie. I don't think I will ever like Millie. But even though I don't like her, I honestly hope she gets a redemption arc, so I can actually start liking her. Because do you think I'm proud to say that there's a character that I dislike more than Amy, or dislike more than Dave, or dislike more than Leonard? I do not like those characters. But Millie is just worse. At least Leonard got eliminated in a timely fashion. Second voted out. Amy. Third voted out. Dave, we're not even gonna get on that right now. But Millie, she stayed till the final 3. She completely overstayed her welcome. Everybody pre-merge deserved to stay longer than her. I mean, no, yeah, everybody pre-merge deserved to stay longer than her. Scary Girl, MK, Axel, Damien, Caleb. Who was the last person? I said 5. Oh, Nichelle. I don't know about Nichelle. She didn't really do much for me, but all those people deserve to stay longer than Millie did, but they didn't. And that's why she has her own tier. Millie. Anyway, that's all for the video. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I'm out.